this hour. Please read the caption of the broadcast. After reading the caption, read the description as well. Then like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them to join us. Maiyegun today. Maiyegun is live, just like that. So the report we have received after the court appearance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Friday, and then it was taken through the judge's chamber, where it was taken to the DSS detention, where he spent most of his illegal detention in solitary confinement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reported during the last court hearing that, it will need the court to supply him his case file, go through them with his own legal team, so that he could be able to put up his defense, including how he's going to reach out to his court witnesses. There are other cases apart from this one that they are trying because they couldn't get the judgment they wanted when the court said Nnamdi Kanu should be let go. He should be released. So this is the retrial for that one, where his lawyers have been relieved and he's taking charge of his own defense. However, there are other cases. So one of his lawyers, one of his counsels, who went to visit him yesterday, Saturday, after the court appearance on Friday, which also continues tomorrow on Monday. So he came out to brief us that, during their conversation with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he told them that the moment they arrived at the DSS facility after the court, one of the officers just descended on him, assaulted him, and that's a fancy word for he was tortured, unprovoked. He was attacked by one of the officers that brought him back from their court. So his lawyer said they've told him that he should bring it up in court in his defense. Ordinarily, they would have done that. But since they are no longer representing him in this particular case, so he should bring it up for the lovers of justice and the lovers of freedom. It would be ideal for everybody to be aware of this information, just so you know how much of their impunity, illegality that they have actually pushed. I'm going to say something on that. Here was that council. Let's start with that.
Today is Saturday, 25th day of October 2025. I just came out from DSS now with some of my colleagues where we went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, and as you can see, we are no longer representing him in this ongoing trial, but on some other matters that for him and which we are handling both in Court of Appeal, in Federal High Court, and in some other courts. So those ones we are handling for him. So he told us this afternoon that when after the sitting on Friday, he was brought back to DSS. So reaching there, one DSS officer attacked him. One DSS officer attacked him. That's what he told us. So, and we said, okay, since it's like this, there's every need for him to draw attention to that incident to the court on Monday, when the matter will come up for a hearing. So we should let the court know, because we have consistently applied that he should be remanded at a correctional center, where he will have adequate time and conducive environment to prepare his defense. Now that the court went to the DSS and attacked him, and he has been mentally tortured, he was sad, and this is somebody who wants to go and enter trial, enter defense on Monday. So just to update you people, and we have also told him what to inform the court about it. So that is the update. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. So they attacked him. We've had several times that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear in court, either with a swollen face or some marks that nobody has been able to explain. He has told the court severally that unprovoked, these guys have done so much to break him, mentally torturing him by denying him access to his his own to practice his own religion, prayers, and all of that. Take that away from him, lock him down in the solitary confinement, mock him, bring him back out, and then start mocking him to try to mentally break him. None of this has happened, so they have physically assaulted him. In all of this, they continue to undermine the court as well. Now, to make you understand, normally, right, something like this, when you then petition the court and others begin to demand it for, the recordings, all the recordings they have recorded of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he met with people, what he told them they should. Court can actually subpoena them and say they should provide all those, even if they are not going to make them public. But unfortunately, a compromised judiciary would say there is no evidence of that while the abuse continues. So the same police or DSS who act most of the time like they are completely above the law, they have no respect for the court. They could go straight into the court to pick somebody who just got released, discharged by the court on a different charges again, on a different trump up nonsense again, just to keep them away, lock them up. So they will go straight into the court, abuse the sanctity, violate the supposed sanctity of the courtroom. They've done that many times. And sometimes they won't even show up in court at all. And the court will just be like, you know what, they didn't show up, so we just have to postpone again. They do all of this because they have no fear for their or respect, maybe not fear, respect for their own laws. And it is that same laws that they have no respect for. It's the same law they want to use to convict Nnamdi Kanu without any fair trial. So mentally, physically, and name it. But they couldn't break him enough that, like I said the last time, he's got nothing to prove to anyone in a system that that is this rigged against you. Even murderers, people who murder people, serial killers, when they are caught, they will still be given the right to have their own legal representation, even when all the evidence are there to show that he's a serial killer, is their man. They will still have legal representation until they are found guilty of their crime, and then you can then punish them for, but these guys, these barbaric, should I call them these barbarians, right, with power, have no respect for just anything, no institution, no nothing. And these are the problems. Omoyele Sowore was granted bail. His lawyers and everyone, they were trying to kind of, process their bail. And while at it, the next thing, over 50 policemen with different trucks bombarded the court, grabbed Sowore, and up to this moment, nobody knows where they are keeping him. Because something, they said, oh yeah, we took Omoyele Sowore because he needed to complete his bail conditions. He's not fulfilled his bail conditions, so that's why they took him. Took him to where? They took him to Kuje prison. Oh, but police don't take people to prison. You take them to your own detention, all these illegal places they are torturing Nigerians. That's why you are taking them. Police can't drive straight and just drive to prison and say, take this person without the court detention order that says this person will remain in custody. Sure, you get. Bail application or bail fulfillment has nothing to do with policemen. It's got nothing to do. So far, it is the court granted the bail. Waiting concern the police. The day, anyway, they said they kidnapped Omoyele Sowore because Aloy Ejimako and others that they initially arrested before the protest even started, the Free Nnamdi Kanu's protest, right? So Aloy Ejimako and others, they said they were mentioning Showore's name as the organizer. So that's why they came to get him. So later they went on to say, oh yeah, we arrested them because they violated the court order that restricted them to this area or that area. So then they took them to that, the court said they should remind them. So they put them in Kuje prison. Then it was time to discuss their bail. They started playing their games. Aloy Ejimako was not brought to the same magistrate court that sent him to Kuje prison, right? They didn't bring him there. His lawyers were not there to represent him wherever they took him, right? Then Omoyele Sowore and others that they brought before the magistrate court that, remanded them in prison, they were granted bail. Now, they were supposed to fulfill their bail conditions in that court and then walk away. Their lawyers will process all of that. And once the court says, yeah, clear, if they couldn't fulfill that bail conditions before a certain time of the day, that is when the court will now write a detention order and say, take them to the correctional facility, the prison, until they fulfill that bail conditions. But police came and they hijacked Sowore, and right now, nobody knows where they are keeping him. You can assume that, okay, maybe he's somewhere. Only assumption. They told everybody that they took Sowore to prison. Police Nigeria said, we took him to prison because we wanted him to fulfill his bail conditions. But they didn't take him to prison. And the journalists were not asking. Right now, his lawyers are doing everything with this same police to even get to know where is Omoyele Sowore being kept. This was that moment when Sowore was waiting for their bail to be, their bail application to be completed, right? And these criminals started their drama outside. This was 2 days ago. And right now, we do not know where they are keeping him and others. It is reported that, Aloy Ejimako, an old man for that matter, right? A legal practitioner himself, a lawyer, collapsed yesterday in one of the prisons and other they are moving them to. All of this to ensure that there will be no other mobilization for the demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was Sowore when these criminals who have no respect for their own court besieged the court.
Somebody will know the police force, we be IG. We should bring back every policeman we don't retire, make them come to do roadblock.
And other people's chances.
Yes, to block the chances of everybody who's supposed to make progress.
Very unfair.
Because you be Yoruba man.
Stalking other police officers.
I don't turn Nigeria police to Yoruba police. Somebody go dey police 40 years, no go come out. How do other people make progress in the police force?
Others should grow. Yes. Others should be allowed to grow.
How do others make progress in the police force?
They share the sentiments you actually express.
Moment after that, Sowore was grabbed. And like I said, we are still very much not sure where they are keeping him. It is believed that the person who is carrying out Igbetokun's assignment or actual job right now is that new commissioner of police in Abuja. So normally that we have heard this, the public has heard about this assault on Nnamdi Kanu. We are witnessing the assault on Omoyele Sowore again, right? So wouldn't it be something great if the court decided to actually investigate that? And if on a fair ground, based on what has happened before, just let this person go without wasting anyone's time or any more life. Let's go to Lagos. The problem is the same almost everywhere. Just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I believe it was in September, when the sad news and some of these sad images, pictures of the demolition they carried out in Oworoshoki, when people in the middle of the night, when people were sleeping. And we later found out that it was some land grabbers who have access to government, have been using the instrument of the government to kick people out of their homes. The king of Oworo is the architect of this whole kind of like a land grabbing and turning people into homelessness. But they have the connection of the government. And yeah, initially they were told that they needed to upgrade their homes. Repaint your houses, renovate them, make them look good, because we want houses in these areas to look this certain way. And people complied. Some went as far as selling their properties, landed properties elsewhere to raise money in fixing their properties to befit what this king demanded. In all of this, they all have their papers, they have their documents, landed documents and all that. But this won't matter in the face of land grabbers whose intention is to get rid of as many people as possible and hopefully return few when this dust settles. So protest here and there and all that. So they gave different reasons why that had to happen, but it was completely, immoral and of course illegal. But yeah, they are the government. They are those who can tell you if your document is valid and if it is not. Even if these documents are issued by the same government, by the same people, the moment they want to take something back from you, steal your land. That's why it's so crazy when you see the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the Ronu bastards, the bastards, right? Whenever they say that some people are coming to take their land in Lagos, your parents, those of you who have connection to Lagos, not all those other ones who are not so proud of where they come from, and they get easily triggered when Lagos is mentioned, and they consider that, okay, every person who is a Yoruba man is from Lagos. All those some Kiron, right, who have used the left hand to point to their father's houses because they have none. But those of you who have roots in Lagos, where your parents, your grandparents, they were homeowners in Lagos, and you know the history. So many of you were born in there. Your parents were born there. Some of your parents are still living in those homes and all that, right? Now, the only people who are taking their lands from them are not Igbos. They are not Hausas. They are not any other person than this pretentious criminal APC, the land grabbers. But they are making you hate different people, right? So people cried, wailed, people died. Yeah, the shock killed some of them, the landowners. So they protested. Lagos state government denied any kind of awareness, like they were not involved. How could a group of people carry out demolition in Lagos, that massive, that loud? Especially, as some of them are saying now, Yoruba-dominated area of Oworo. How could they carry out such demolitions and the state government is not aware? Who gave the order? Of course, nobody wanted to take responsibility. So they went on and on and on and on and on and on to say, okay, you know what, we're going to compensate them. So they were offering this patry check, this miserly kind of compensation that so many of them rejected it, that they wanted their houses back. Like, what the hell is this? Like, we know those behind these old demolitions. We know why they are doing it. It's got nothing to do with, blocking water channels or anything. No. This Oworo waterfront is going to become a multi-billion, if not dollars, multi-billion dollars worth of land because of the jets they are building around there. You know, it's going to become so kind of like massive, fancy. So they want to chase everybody away, sell the land to some of the guys who can pay them hundreds of millions of dollars, possibly, right? And they will call it development. But why would you do this to people? They thought the whole madness was over when they started conversation around, why. But people of Coca in Oworo and the environs, they have been under siege in the last 48 hours. I put all the videos together. It's a long watch. What they have done in Owerri again in the last 48 hours. In one clip. Do you mind? Like the broadcast if you haven't liked it already, all right?